In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
I'm sorry, I missed the clap because my alarm didn't go off for the clap, so I wasn't aware that we were clapping.
Shut your...
I have a weak-ass clap again because I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And I just woke up.
Jesus Christ. All right, I overslept my alarm. Well, I didn't my alarm woke me up, and then I decided to go pee, take a drink of my beverage, and smile and go, what a nice day, and just go right the fuck back to sleep. Like,
again.
It was...
This is like the third time that hasn't worked out for you.
I think, like I said, I am not the kind of person to be late. In the last 10 years of like employment, I have been late maybe twice in the last 10 years. This is not the kind of person I am. I'm not the anal retentive, be there 15 minutes early, but I'm definitely not the be 15 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This
and yet he persisted.
Yeah, and yet I'm here. So everything you hear, this is off of like one sip of hastily made coffee. Like there are probably grounds floating in this because it was made so quickly. Like
That's okay. You can chew on them for extra energy.
Yeah. It's little grains of. I can just treat it like black cocaine.
There you go.
There you go.
Meanwhile, Keith and I are messaging him and calling him and nothing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, your phone calls ain't gonna do shit, man. I grew up next to a goddamn railroad tracks. Like, that's people ask me, why do you have to have the Silent Hill alarm to wake yourself up in the morning? Because I grew up in Detroit, right next to fucking railroad tracks. So like, I'm used to noise. When I stayed at a friend's house in New York for a couple weeks, the hullabaloo outside was a pleasant murmur that would lull me to sleep. It was not. Yeah, so your phone calls, as much as I appreciate it, your phone calls, your texts, you could even come by and knock on my fucking window, and you would see me smiling in my bedroom. So yeah,
but it's not a big deal. We're glad. Thank you for joining us. Is all.
And,
and
if we can give you
so
shit,
welcome.
If we have something to give you shit about, we're going to give you shit about.
Right,
it.
you don't.
Like,
you hardly ever slip up for us to give you shit about something.
Right.
So this is like a small.
Well.
Joy.
Well, thanks. He's like, this is a small joy. God damn it. Thank you for fucking up, Kelly. You're so stupid. Look at you stupid fucking...
That's because it means that it's not me fucking up. So
yes, exactly.
Yes, thank God. Out of the three of us, the two pairs of eyes will be focused on someone other than me. I'm happy with this. So welcome to Screenshare and Chill. We're a podcast about movies that we ostensibly talk about movies, not just being late to the movies.
We promise.
Yeah, we do swear too. We swear
lot.
and we promise. We fucking promise. We could have, yeah.
We fucking promise that we swear a lot.
And who are you, Mr. Sleepyhead?
Oh, yes, yeah, so, like, this is The People v. Arnold Schwarzenegger, so I guess the courtroom would have just waited for me to show up no matter what if I'm the judge, so...
Yeah,
like,
you're kind of important to the proceedings, so...
You're welcome. Everyone,
what's your name,
of the
Judge?
court, you're welcome. What?
What's your name, Judge?
My name is Kelly.
Oh, I'm Keith.
I'm Jamie.
And we are... no, that feels too, like, the Flying Willindas. Wait, does the Flying Willindas, does that date me now? Will people
Yes.
understand what that means?
You do too. You're not that young.
Yeah, they were a trapeze act that they traveled around to different circuses, and they had a huge accident where a bunch of them fell to their death or whatever.
Oh, like the Graysons. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Graysons. I think were based off of the Flying Willindas, or at least the one it was like art imitating life or that kind of thing. So yeah. I grew up at the circus, so like these kind of things were very common to hear the people. I used to watch.
You grew up in the circus for real?
Yeah, I never told you guys.
Come on.
No, I didn't. I didn't grow up there all the time, but like my dad was a Shriner, and when the Shrine Circus was in town, he had to be down there all the time.
You are literally not doing this to us again.
No. This is about Terminator 2, but yes, I spent a lot of time at the circus as a child.
My God. God.
I pet a lot of
I grew
lions,
up
rode
at
a
the
lot of
circus.
elephants, hung out with trapeze artists. That's how I know about the flying Willindas. We had the flying
Jesus
Willindas at the circus
Christ,
for a little
Kelly.
while.
The ever expanding lore of Kelly
Yeah.
that just
Yeah.
gets dropped in our laps in the most random ways.
Book 5 of history of Kelly growing up in the circus. Mother of God.
I
how
don't
do you
even
do
think of it as that weird. Didn't everybody like go to the circus a lot as a kid?
I mean,
I went to the circus. I didn't quote unquote grow up in the circus.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
How does this keep happening?
I knew
You
as a
can't
child
keep
if I
getting
was
away with
lost,
it.
find a clown. If you can find a clown, they can get you back home.
No, that's not what you do.
That explains your dating life a lot.
Hey, their makeup skills are not on trial here.
I'm completely thrown off now. I don't know what I was gonna say or what I was gonna do.
You both know about
Breaking
the
news,
circus thing,
everyone.
right? Like that's where I got my love of liminal spaces, hanging out in the circus amphitheater
No.
when nobody was there.
Never once.
Never
Oh my God,
mentioned.
all the years.
I
I've
know
known
you love liminal space.
Yeah, like the actual circuses itself, I didn't even care about. It was all the hours spent in between because we'd show up at like fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, and the first show wouldn't go on until like 10 or 11 or something like that for the school shows.
Is this a bit? Is this real?
No, I
can't
swear
even,
to God, it was at the state fairgrounds in Michigan and Detroit. It's all where I grew up. I didn't travel with the circus 24/7, but for like 2 months of the year I was there.
You have to realize that just once again, casually saying, since I grew up in the circus, in the middle of a
I think of it as shorthand because I figure you're my friends. I've already told you about this. I also grew up in Detroit. I went to a private academy. Like, I don't know what other bits of my lore you're missing out on.
We knew those.
Look, I swear to God, we're going to talk about a movie soon. This was just
yeah, and of course we're
breaking
talking
news for
about
everyone.
a big movie that is going to take a lot of time, I think. Editing Kelly is very happy with this.
I don't think it's going to.
I don't know.
I don't
I got
think
a
it's
lot
going
of
to take a
notes,
lot of time
y'all.
at all.
Well, I think it's
I
probably
know, but
time
I don't think
for
we're
us
going to
to
disagree about things.
I think it's probably
Yeah,
time for us
yeah.
to convene the court and actually let's
Okay.
order in the court. Let's everybody have a seat. All right, so now we're attending to the matter of the people, the Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is the second day of trial. Our first day of trial was involving the movie Predator, which was brought by the defense counsel.
Gag.
Run by our friend Keith right there. Take a bow, Keith.
Well, I'm bowing. Look, see?
You don't have to narrate your bow, but thank you very much, counsel. The last movie of this trilogy that will be presented by our prosecution counsel, and that would be Jamie. Take a bow, Jamie.
Of course, of course.
And the middle one, which is where we're at right now, we're in week 2 out of the 3, and this one was to be picked by me. And I was so shocked that Keith had not picked a Terminator, or that Keith picked Predator for his only movie. He's the defender of Arnold movies, and he picked Predator. And I was so shocked by that. But if you want to hear that conversation, go back and listen to the last one.
It's a really good movie, so.
And I decided we cannot go through an Arnold trial without talking about the best movie he ever made. So,
Yes, in fact, after watching this movie, the defense rests.
wait.
I have nothing more to say. This is a perfect movie. It is amazing. Clearly, Arnold.
if you're gonna rest,
merit.
if you're gonna rest later, don't say it now. Don't decide now
Oh,
to
okay,
rest
okay,
later.
okay, yeah.
If you don't rest at the appropriate times, that's how we get in these scenarios.
Well, first of all, if you rest now, that means you're not going to talk the rest of the show.
Oh, Jamie.
Well, what's
you
there
might
to
have
say?
a point, yeah.
You know?
The defense rests, so every time Keith speaks from now on, I just be like, objection,
Nope.
objection, or
Yeah.
contempt of court.
The defense. Well, at least when I say I'm going to rest, I don't mean it, and I'm awake and present for the trial.
Anytime Keith starts to talk, Jamie just goes, shh, go rest. Go rest. You're resting now.
Shh. Go to sleep.
All right, so Terminator 2, Judgment Day, is the official title. And even when I was looking this up, I wasn't sure if it was listed under T2, Terminator 2, because you see the advertisements are all different variations. T2, Terminator 2, T2, Judgment Day, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, yada yada. So the official name of it is Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991.
Why's your colon got to be in there?
That's the first time I've ever heard that question posed to me in such a way. We're just going to move right past.
He's always slipping that.
My colon's pretty much everywhere I go. My colon has to come with me.
Yep. It's one of those guys.
You're just slip it into conversation like that, but that's kind of your trademark. Slipping shit into conversation.
Order in the court. Defense, give us some information about this movie that anything good about this movie that you'd like to bring up number-wise or behind the scenes.
I don't really have anything like that to bring. There's one little behind-the-snes tidbit that
you don't want to bring up how well it did or anything?
Oh, it was a huge blockbuster. It put sequels back on the map. It's highly regarded as the best sequel that's ever been made. James Cameron, of course, cemented his career as a master filmmaker on the backs of this movie. It was Aliens, and then this movie, and then True Lies, and then Titanic. What a fantastic run! Just great. It shot Arnold Schwarzenegger to the height of his stardom after this movie. This was it. This was the cementing of that as well. Huge box office. I don't have the numbers. Should I get the numbers?
This is one of the dominoes that led to Donald Trump being president.
Oh, Jesus.
It wasn't the first one. It wasn't the last one, but it was one of the ones in the middle.
It sure was.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So according to the budget numbers, it was around $100 million budget, and the box office was about $500 million. And I think that both numbers, I think, are being very conservative because, in year of our Lord 2020, whatever, this movie is still making money. It's still hand over fist making money, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, all the rentals and residuals and all that shit.
And while we're talking about all the awesome things, there seems to have been the one thing that was left kind of without as much oversight as everything else is the dubbing, because there's a lot of dubbing issues. So.
Yeah, and I never even noticed.
Yeah, I was going to say,
the movie's biggest flaw.
It can't be too big of a deal if I didn't notice it until you just said so. And I've seen this movie quite a few times, and I don't remember. There are some movies where the ADR is so outlandish that you're
right.
Like, okay, all right, but I didn't really feel it in this. They're obviously, like, when they're riding in the motorcycle and you have blah, 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 and one person is saying to the other one, yeah, well, we're going to go down to the store and we're going to turn left. There's no way people on a motorcycle can have a conversation like, you have to scream in order for the person to hear what you're saying. So, I don't know.
No, that's more like when Sarah's running barefoot down the hall, the running is like...
Oh, yeah.
She's wearing hard-soled shoes, or like saying the words 1, 2, 3, but your mouth is actually saying 3, 2, 1, or your mouth not moving at all while you're saying things. Those sort of dubbing issues, which in a movie that has such perfection in other areas, it's glaringly obvious that the attention wasn't paid to that area. But that's not a huge issue overall. It's just that as perfectionist as James Cameron is, he let that one slip, and that's kind of weird.
Well, lucky for him, I never have noticed it until it was
I will say
right here.
So. In all fairness, I'm trying to be fair to both sides that I didn't notice it until you said it. There were a couple times where I'm like, there's got to be ADR happening here, but it wasn't because it was so poorly synced or the tone didn't match their facial expression or anything like that. It felt pretty... Like, obviously, like when Sarah Connor is turning the corner and she sees the Terminator for the first time and she goes, no! And she screams. She's screaming in real time. We're watching her in slow motion. That's not how sound works.
Right.
So I understand. My brain knows that she had to ADR that no slowly over what she did quickly, but whatever. It's fine.
My one little behind-the-scenes tidbit that I brought is the smacking the orderly with the stick by Sarah Connor during her escape was real.
Yeah, that is debated. I looked it up. It's debatable.
Well, It's debated by them not chiming in on it, right?
None of the actors have confirmed it. None of the stunt people on the set have ever confirmed it. The only person that has ever said it was the director in a director commentary track. And a lot of fans, at least the ones that are
James
anti-theory,
Cameron himself.
Yeah, James
right?
Cameron
James
himself
Cameron
said it. Nobody else has confirmed it, and some people say that it was just him like drumming up a little bit extra drama off of something that was, because somebody brought up, and this is something I will say that as somebody that I've never been in a movie, but I've been in a lot of stage shows in my life, and it is not that is a sign of bad workmanship. That is borderline abusive. That is borderline. We should have the cops called if that's what you're saying is true. When Aragorn kicked a helmet and broke his own toe, he only has himself to blame. If you have one actor that is going outside of the bounds of the very heavily choreographed fight scene, and they are striking another member of the cast and doing so in a way that is causing serious injury. Like, I have seen people get kicked out of shows for less than that. So, like, that's a huge deal. So, whereas I know a lot of fans look at this and they go, oh, look how cool this is. I'm like, I kind of hope you're wrong. Because if it's right, that's not a good sign. That means your set was so fucking casual and carefree that people were literally getting fucking hurt, seriously hurt, because you didn't care enough to pay attention to the safety guidelines. Whether it was just Linda Hamilton or if it was the whole
an actor
production,
was not on their mark.
Then you know what? It still comes down to the director, because you hired this woman. She is going off her fucking rocker on set and hitting people. Why? What is going on here? This is a failure somewhere. If what you're saying is true, it's a failure of the movie.
My argument against all that is that it's pretty clearly on screen, and within the shot, you can even see Linda Hamilton begin to react and raise her hands to her mouth and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
like,
and somebody, when they get a DUI and vehicular homicide, I'm sure they feel bad afterwards, but that doesn't mean that it was, it's okay. She felt bad. No, you still put yourself in a position where...
Oh, sure. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying it happened. My reason for saying is that it clearly happened because it's on the film. It's like,
well, you can't say that. You can't say clearly because the angle. It looks like it happened. It looks like it happened.
Good. My headcanon is that James Cameron just loves to see the woman he's with beating the crap out of somebody, and they had started solidifying their relationship at the beginning of this and moved in shortly after the filming wrapped. And I just think he likes to watch her beat the crap out of people.
I am just of the theory that these actors did such a fucking good job that urban legend and urban myth erupted from it. James Cameron got wind of it and led into it and went, oh yeah, she fucking hit him. Oh, it was hard. If Linda Hamilton actually beat the fuck out of another actor, she would have mentioned it. He would have mentioned it. One of the stage extras would have mentioned it. I like to believe that it didn't happen, that it was just so well done of a movie.
NDAs involved.
Then why is James Cameron saying it? Then why is the director is coming out and breaking the NDA for the show? Yeah. I like to believe that it was just such a well-done movie. And that's all the other evidence that we see. I mean, sorry guys, spoiler, but this is a good fucking movie. I like to think that these actors were so fucking good at their art that they still, here we are 30 years later, still fooling the audience.
I agree with the judge. Let's have that submitted to the record as evidence of just a great movie. Good Arnold Schwarzenegger outing.
Yes, it is the exception that proves the rule.
Let me be the judge of that.
What do you think I look like?
Let me be the judge of that.
Dirty Harry?
Who is Dirty Harry? The CPU is a neural net processor, a learning computer.
Nobody pays me. And if I think somebody owes me something, I take it.
All right, let's go ahead and skip ahead then, defense. Give us some points of evidence. Tell us some of the reasons why this movie should be considered.
I mean, I realized like halfway through this that I was just writing everything down. Like just writing the plot to the movie down because it's awesome. Like
you don't need to remind us of the plot. We've all seen it, Council. We've all.
That's why he had to stop.
With the music and the Terminator foot coming down and crushing the skull is a classic, iconic scene. The music is so good and perfect, and it's like the theme music playing over a burning playground. It really, really sets the mood. It's fucking incredible. What a just a powerful opening for a powerful movie.
absolutely agree. The intro was fucking wonderful. The music is amazing right off the bat. I will wax poetic more about the music as we go, but just that intro, you can tell it's the old school of movie where they still actually did credits at the beginning and let you get into your seat kind of thing. Whereas nowadays they just start the movie and then they give you a little splash screen with the movie title maybe 10 minutes into the movie. Yeah, it was really well done.
That the prelude and the soundtrack, both of which do not include Arnold at all, are amazing.
Well, it's Arnold's skull on the screen with the glowing red eyes and all that.
If it was really Arnold's skull, then he wouldn't be in the rest of the movie.
If you're going to say it's not, I'd like to hear proof of how you know that's not Arnold's real skull.
Because he's still around.
Well, that sounds more like evidence why it is his real skull.
Look,
it's his real skull that got crushed?
No, I thought you meant the metal skull at the very intro where, like, the Terminator. I was making the joke that Arnold is really a Terminator.
Actually, yeah gotcha.
And it's still around, and I'm like, yeah, well, if he's still alive.
Technically, it is modeled on his bone structure, so there is that.
Still not him acting.
Well, we're just arguing semantics, Your Honor.
Structure sitting there doing nothing.
I would have this be stricken from the record.
Well, did we consider it Orlando Bloom acting when CGI Legolas surfed down the stairs and shot an arrow into the CGI orange?
We also didn't consider that good.
Well, I'm just saying, was that Orlando Bloom? Did we consider that Legolas? Was that the character? Yeah?
No, it was the character. Yes.
The character.
Did we consider it acting for
Orlando Bloom?
Orlando?
No.
Yeah,
it was all CGI.
It's a little bit muddier than it's definitely him or it's definitely not him. There's this weird place in our brain where it's kind of him.
There are places in this movie where I would agree with that.
Serkis? You know, if Gollum
there are places in this movie where I would agree with that. The Phil skull that is shot, not doing anything but sitting there, is not Arnold Schwarzenegger. It is a picture. At best, a picture of his bone structure. It doesn't do anything but sit there.
But when Arnold
looks at you menacingly, Jamie, that's an important part of it. It looks at you menacingly.
And when Arnold is acting as the Terminator, he replicates that mood perfectly.
He looks at you menacingly, Jamie. You know?
You're right. He does a wonderful job playing a robot that doesn't show emotion.
I just said he looks at you menacingly. Menacingly is an emotion.
He has resting bitch face. I do too. That doesn't mean that
Jamie,
I'm a great actor.
I'm looking at you menacingly right now. Let me tell you, it's definitely
I'm looking at you menacingly too.
Resting Terminator face. I want to call out the little attention to detail that James Cameron does to sell stuff like this. Now, the first example of it is I called out while we were watching the way the time displacement bubble that the Terminator arrives in just takes out a little corner of one of the truck trailers that it's next to, and it's white hot and it's just gone in the shape of where the circle or the sphere would again. But then stuff like when the T-1000 is walking through the bars in the institution and he goes through, but his gun gets caught up on the bar, it like clinks and he has to adjust his hand to get it through. It's those little physical things in the set and in the scene around that trick your brain into buying that it's real. Famously, an example of this is from the very first Friday the 13th. The killer comes into the bathroom and raises an axe and slams it down on a person's head. And the axe had the shape of the head cut out and it's made of foam, but what sells that as being, oh my God, that looks so real, is that the killer raises the axe and it hits a dangling light fixture. And so then the light is swinging around, and so that tells the audience, hey, this is a physical object in a physical world, and it affects that. It's just little details like that go to selling the reality of it. They're all throughout this movie. Well,
I think the movie has a cornerstone of practical effects, and I think that's where you see a lot of the really good movies from the late 80s, early 90s, are the movies that implement both practical and CGI. But The cornerstone is around the practical. The cornerstone is foundational in reality, and then they just use CGI to doctor the stuff that is already made in the practical world. And this movie really has that feeling. Everything feels very grounded. When the T-1000 is running after the car and he's running 30 miles an hour, he looks real. That is a real man running on real concrete really fast, but he's doing so in a way that is really fucking creepy and unnatural. It took a human being training and practicing running with their mouth closed and their nose closed, kind of looking for, you know what I'm, and that attention to detail
breathing.
really comes through. And it works in a way that if, like for example, when Superman runs in the Superman movie from 1978, and they have him like on a cart or something like that, they're just hiding it, and the guy is running his full speed, but he's moving faster than his legs would allow. My brain looks at that and goes, that is fake. When I see the Terminator 1000 running after the car, my brain looks at that and says, that's real. And they're the same. It's just a human being running with some basic effects around them.
In actuality, all the graphics and all the special effects in this movie really held up really well. Like, we've seen a lot of movies from that time period that were like, oh yeah, those graphics, they just didn't hold up.
Alien 3, hello?
Yeah,
Just
right.
one. This movie was 99.99999% perfect. Just the one effect that is so bad, I don't know how. Here we are 34 years later or whatever it is, and it's still not fucking... Nobody George Lucas this shit. Nobody went in and fixed Arnold's weird tumble roll as he's coming out of the semi-truck.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just one scene near the end where the T-800 jumps out of the vehicle as it's coming to a crashing end, and the CGI or whatever, however the fuck they did it. I don't know if they did it with they could have used a flip book in front of the camera as well as it was done.
I'm pretty sure that's
really
actual
stupid.
Arnold doing his actual stunt, and it looks actually stupid because it's Arnold. That's my take on it.
Graphic design is their passion in this one shot. They might as well have used Comic Sans on screen going, oh no!
But like even the T-1000, which is the pioneering digital effect that they have, it's so simple the way it is because it's just liquid metal taking a shape that it manages to still hold up. It's like retroactively brilliant in its simplicity for how it looks, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like a shiny metal thing, and it still looks pretty great. Like, your brain knows that it's CG, but it holds up so
It really
well
does.
compared to other movies. It's shocking.
I was prepared going into it that I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I can see where they did this now. I know how they did this. I can, like we've been able to. And this one, they held up really well. It did not take
There's
you out of
no
the movie
glowing green
at all.
outline around the T-1000.
Right, exactly.
And he was in even the smaller little subtle details, like you mentioned. Like you mentioned the gun not coming through the bars of the pretty much the prison. I also would like to bring up even the concrete walls and the drywall in the hallway when the two Terminators are fighting physically. They're slamming each other into walls, and the way the concrete moves behind them, the sound effects that they've added to it, the way that eventually the wall does completely give under the weight of these two huge, very strong monstrosities. It's all very good. It all works. Every flavor. I feel like I'm at a master chef's table as a layman that has no idea how the fuck you did any of this. But this is. I'm eating the tablecloth, and the chef is smiling, going, "That wasn't part of the meal. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself."
The part where they're in the elevator and they've been shooting and it's been stabbing down and then it opens up and pours into it. That's a phenomenal effect shot, and it looks like you couldn't do it better today. It's insane.
And it's unnecessary too. Like they could have kept
No, in
that.
fact, it would be worse today.
It would be worse today. I would love to see the Aliens 3 team give attempt at just that one scene. It's green glop. It's coming in it's like, what is that? Flubber. It's Flubber. It's coming in the room. Where's Robin Williams when you need him?
Okay, stop everything. Shut it down. The numbers are in. I got the numbers right here.
What did we do?
I got the numbers right here, and it says
What
that
numbers?
we've been doing this show for 2 years and have no money and have made no money off of it. This can't be right.
Can't we do the show for no years and have 2 money?
That would be ideal, yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is not the case.
Well, the good news is that we did get a review in, and from one of the dozens of listeners that have said something about our show, they said some really nice things. I'm just going to go ahead and read it to y'all. It says, 5 stars. I love the timing of the sound effects. Very rare to hear that on a podcast. Very cool. Are you doing that in post? So impressive. So many podcasts ramble on and on about the stuff not related to the show and the things no one could possibly care about. What they had for lunch yesterday, what happened at the eye doctor, a call they had from a friend, blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Stay on content. But you do. You have fun. You all get along. You keep the show moving. And most of all, you're likable. I love you guys. Oh, dear listener, we love you too.
Oh my goodness,
I feel so warm and fuzzy inside.
You like me. You really like me.
That's almost as good as money.
Almost as good as money, but I tried paying my my bills with "I love you guys," and they just hung up.
Yeah, they didn't take too kindly to that.
It was weird. It got really weird when I told that to my landlords. I don't recommend it, but I do recommend going onto our social media and discussing the shows. You can find us on YouTube, Blue Sky, Insta, Facebook, basically anywhere you could want us to be. We're there, and we will chat back with you. But we're most active where?
We are most active on our Discord. So come join us, revel with us, tell us how wrong we are about movies, tell us how right we are about movies. Post your memes, you kids and your little memes. Bring them on. Give us the old 6-7. Do whatever you have to do.
6-7.
We're bored, so we're watching and monitoring our socials at all times. And there's crickets playing, and we want you there with us to hear the crickets.
Come join us for a parasocial relationship that actually gives back.
Yes.
We'll actually respond to you, unlike some of your favorite podcasters.
Right.
For now, I mean, until we get super famous, and then we won't have time for that. But for now, for a limited time, you can get a response from us.
Act now for a limited time.
And if you want us to respond to you, a great way to do that is by giving us money. We love money, don't we? I love money.
I actually hate money, but
I just like all the things it allows me to do.
Kelly and I money. Keith does not want money, just to be clear. Keith is...
don't get it twisted. Did not say that. But money allows us to make the show more comfortably, and maybe one day the dream to give old Kelly a break, hire an editor. That would be wonderful. And there's lots of ways that you can give us money. Jamie, why don't you tell them what they can do?
You can go to Ko-Fi and you can rent us a movie, or force us to watch a movie and review the movie. We've ended our years of series now, so it's time for something new and fresh, and you can help decide that direction by paying us to watch a movie of your choice. We don't promise to like it, but we promise to watch it.
And talk about it.
And of course, if you see any of us in person, you can just hand us cash. We don't care. We'll take that.
So I guess the message is that we're wonderful, 5 stars, and a couple of our listeners absolutely love us.
And give us money.
You should too. Give us the money. Give us the money.
Oh God, Al's here.
All right.
But for now, thank you for listening to us. We appreciate all your support, whether it's in the form of review or just joining Discord and talking to us, or just listening to the podcast, because that's the reason why we do it. But in the meantime, let's get back to the show. I would like to bring up that the cast of this movie is incredible. The cast of this movie was largely, they put on the map some of these people because of this movie. But looking back on it, it is just Linda Hamilton. Obviously, Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the biggest action stars ever in human history. You got
he
Eddie
is the
Furlong.
lightweight in the movie. I'm glad you pulled him out first.
Well, he's in front of the title of this movie, is he not?
Yeah.
Like it's
The top of the poster says Schwarzenegger.
He is the weakest actor in this movie.
He is more important than the movie itself, according to the marketing. But aside from
That's
him,
how they got him to agree to do it. But
I would say that his acting is great, and it's actually harder than you think to be a robot.
and you know what?
Not for him.
An argument could be made that this movie would not work with any other actor in human history. Who do you put in this role and have it be
I don't
the thing that it
disagree that
is?
there are no other actors that can act as a robot because that's who they naturally are.
No. Then okay. Then if anybody can do this, name one.
No,
Name
I said
some-
I can't disagree. That that there are no other actors who can act.
Oh yeah, there are.
Like nothing.
Like Brent Spiner did Data. Like there are a lot of people that play robots. Like we watched David in the Alien series. He plays an android.
None
really
of them
well.
are as convincing as robots as he is. And partially,
Whoa,
and
so
you
you're
know
saying
that to be
Arnold
true.
was a better actor than what's his name?
I say he's a great
Fassbender?
robot. He's an amazing robot. But you know why that's true? Is because Fassbender in the beginning tries to convince you that he's not a robot. He is supposed to be very human-like.
If you've ever seen Arnold in person, he's constantly smiling and waving his arms and very energetic and physical.
But not in a normal human way. His smile is very off-putting.
He is very
off-putting.
You are right that he is a different kind of human. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Some would say Uber.
He's an Ubermensch? No, we're not going there.
If I were in a room with Arnold Schwarzenegger, not knowing who he is, let's pretend that he's not famous, and he smiled at me, that smile is predatory. It's not warm and inviting.
Well, you know who else smiled at Arnold? That one waitress when he walks in and she looks down from his vision and goes, "Oh, that's all."
Yeah, yes, but that is 100% the male.
As a teen boy, I was like, oh, so women are just like men. Just seeing genitals is enough for us to go hee. And then I realized later on in life, oh no, actually, most time that women see genitals in their day-to-day life, it's a horrifying and repulsive experience, actually.
Absolutely. The real response would have been like, oh my God, why is this naked man walking in here?
You gotta be crazy in here, or I'll get the
fuck is wrong with you? Yeah.
He's not. You're not even hard, buddy. What are you doing?
For fans of the franchise, when he goes to take the sunglasses from the guy, we're supposed to expect he's about to rip his heart out, but he doesn't. I just want to point out that.
Wait, I just thought about something. Do they make the Terminators fully functional? Can he get hurt?
Yes. Yeah, they can. That's established in
now
a later movie.
This is also doubly troubling. First off, are you sure? And secondly, how?
I believe that is answered in one of the later movies where he plays a Terminator that was sent back in the 50s. And so that's why he's aged and he's like married. Like the Terminator has lived a full life.
Fucking
so
kidding me? And it's
no,
Arnold?
yeah, fully. Yeah,
Oh my God! Did this? Anyways, let's stay focused. But
Terminators cannot biologically reproduce. They are machines with human-like exterior tissue, but they lack functional reproductive function.
no, but like
Their genitals
Data from Star
are
Trek,
for
he's fully
infiltration
functional.
and disguise.
Yes,
in many
but
forms of physical
reproduction is not a part of
No, it's just
Skynet
acts
could
of sex,
theoretically build reproductive parts.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rest of the cast.
Enough about Arnold's penis, okay?
Yes,
Let's talk about the rest
Linda
of the cast.
Hamilton.
That we know is probably very small due to the steroid use.
Linda Hamilton, Eddie Furlong, Robert Patrick, and the character and the actor that stole my heart this time around in a way that didn't the first dozen times that I watched it, Joe Morton.
Wow.
I thought Joe Morton...
He was one of my favorites from my first watch.
Yeah, like I always knew I liked the character. He's the Dice, or whatever, the scientist that is killed.
Miles Dyson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I remember liking his character always and feeling bad when Sarah is trying to kill him and yada yada. But this time around, like I realize now, looking back on it as an adult, how much this actor and this character made this world more complex emotionally. It wasn't as simple as just killing Cyberdyne and killing all the scientists. Now one of the scientists had a name, had a family, had a daughter, or had a son. You know, like it's all. It becomes much more muddy, and this is where sci-fi gets interesting to me, where you know what you have to do. Well, can you actually do that? Can you kill an innocent person for what you think they're going to do in the future? What's separating you from just an average insane person that's just killing people in a psychopathic rage? And I don't know. Joe Morton definitely got huge props for me this time. I think he did amazingly.
I really like the doctor who... played by Earl Bowen is the actor's name. He played the psychologist.
Comes in like at least the first 3.
Oh
series.
Yeah.
Because by all rights, he is perfectly like justified in his stance on Sarah Connor. Like, by all outward appearance, it seems that she's crazy, and her story, you know, like, oh, he's from the future, but there's no evidence because they covered it up. Perfectly fine for him to assess as he has assessed.
He's just an abusive asshole on top of it.
Right.
Yeah.
He is a dickhead.
But any of us, you know, people don't realize we watch this movie and we're like, oh, he should believe her. No, you don't understand how many times you yourself in a daily life turn away these kind of conspiracy theories. You see them all the time on the internet and you laugh them off because they sound fucking wild and there's no truth to them at all. And you know, Bigfoot is taking over the government and he's going to start with a culling of all the white-haired people in Maine. Okay,
let's be
sure.
honest. If somebody came up to you today, even as far along as we are in AI and stuff, and they said, in 3 years, the robots are going to take over the world and they're going to kill all the humans, and if we don't kill this person right now, we're all going to die, you're going to go, let me call somebody for you.
But there's also
Like,
there's a
here.
delivery part of this too, that, you know, how we say things is as important as what we say. And if somebody said to you, you know, in 3 years AI will raise blah 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 blah, you might respond a certain way. But if a woman like screamed at you from across the table, "You're all gonna fucking die! You're all fucking dead! The robots are gonna kill every fucking last one of you! You're already dead!" You'd be like, somebody get this lady a trazodone or whatever the fuck those pills are that calm people down. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Don't take this as medical advice.
You'd all be responding with,
phenomenal.
we need to call somebody to get them help because I don't think I'm going to kill this person that I'm standing next to because you say that they're in charge of this.
Speaking of Linda Hamilton, she acts her fucking ass off in this movie. She has some really good performances when she's upset, especially.
She's amazing. She's not a one-trick pony. She has the strength that you expect from Sarah Connor, but you see the vulnerability and the price she pays. She reminds me a lot, like I brought up when we were watching it, she reminds me a lot of Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween 2018, where you see that she is a tough woman underneath, but that tough layer comes with a lot of fucking pain and a lot of fucking trauma, and it riddles her on a minute-to-minute basis in her daily life. And God, I think Linda Hamilton. I was thinking that this is part of the reason I think why I grew up so strong in my field of feminism is because I grew up with role models like Ellen Ripley, fucking Sarah Connor, Princess Leia, these strong women that rose up and they were not damsels in distress and such. I fucking love Linda Hamilton in this movie, and she's, I don't know, she will always have a special place in my heart just because of her Sarah Connor portrayal. I think she did such a great job with it.
You know, another nice little detail that I wrote down that feeds into my earlier point is there's a lot of background car wrecks, say, like when the Terminator swerves onto the street on his bike, you'll see, because he's like cutting into traffic, and like two cars wreck into each other. They don't really do that in movies anymore. It's all kind of disconnected from the action that's going on. As far as I have noticed, you never see like, well, since this guy cut off traffic, two cars hit each other. That happens like 3 or 4 times in this movie.
Like, do they do it in the Fast and Furious? Are there other car accidents? I mean, then again, who am I kidding? The Fast and Furious, they don't race on roads anymore. They're probably racing in outer space and shit like that by now.
I feel blessed that I have never been forced to see a Fast and Furious movie. So.
Oh God, I hear the monkey.
The monkey's paw.
The audience is going, we have an idea.
Yeah.
Please don't. No.
I've seen like 2 of them. I can't tell you that I paid enough attention to what was going on in the background. Because they are not the kind of movie that you
you
pay
probably
attention
saved yourself.
to.
It's kind of like I ran into Medusa, but I was so drunk that I couldn't focus on her. Oh, you saved your life, my friend.
Right.
Who the hell am I? My body. Who the hell am I? My choice. Who the hell am I?
Are you my father?
What do you think I look like?
Who is the father?
Jamie, please. Jamie, please. Don't do that. Jamie, please.
What the fuck did I do wrong?
Jamie, please.
Wash your enemies.
Jamie, please.
See them driven before you.
Jamie, please.
And hear the lamentation of your women.
I want to talk about the performance by Edward Furlong. Ooh, this is his debut. He was literally found sitting on the steps of the Boys and Girls Club by the casting director and brought in for this movie. And he is really good as an actor. He does a great job in the role.
Yeah.
He's funnier now that I'm an adult. I'm laughing more at him or kind of with him a little bit. He's very likable as a punk kid that he really shouldn't be.
Right. And he has the ability to like pull in the trauma of having lost his mom and having been placed in foster care, but still a badass from all the things his mom taught him.
His fucking line delivery on "She's not my mother, Todd" is fucking great.
Yes.
It's like you can feel the snark.
Every stepchild in the world after this movie came out.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So big props to him for that, because he came out of nowhere.
And in the case of People v. Arnold, the relevance to this could be construed as Eddie Furlong has long done many, many interviews and been on many sci-fi panels and Comic-Con panels and stuff like that. And when they ask him about his interactions with Arnold, he basically says that Arnold was the sweetest, most welcoming, like they were just
Objection,
really good
Your
buddies.
Honor. Why are you arguing the prosecution's case?
Objection overruled. The council will.
I'll allow it.
The council will silence in the court and let the court give the rest of its opinion. No, but either way, like Eddie does have nothing but nice things to say about Arnold, and that's nice to hear because we know how these sets. I mean, we play the Christian Bale blowout on a regular basis of him yelling at somebody on the cast, and I mean, I'm not even necessarily blaming Christian Bale.
And we know how Joe Pesci treated Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, you have a little kid actor getting bitten by the antagonist because, well, it builds character, kid. And you have Arnold like making little Eddie Furlong actually feel welcome and protected, and they joked around all the time and they just hung out all the time, and it was, you can tell they have good chemistry on the camera, and it plays well.
Which does not speak to his acting ability in any way, shape, or form, but I'm glad that he treated Eddie well.
It just speaks to him as a part of being a performer, and I think most performers would agree, is what you do offset or what you do in between takes or in between scenes. Like, yeah, the audience doesn't see that part, but everybody else in the production does, and it will bleed through into the production. Like I was just saying, that the chemistry that you see from them on scene, on camera, is partially probably due to the fact that Arnold took time out of his day as the biggest action star in the world and a muscle-building bodybuilder, Mr. Universe guy, to make this little kid that was sleeping on the streets a few weeks earlier feel completely welcome and comfortable.
Yes, what a man.
That'd be super cool that all the nice people in the world must make the best actors and actresses. Stop casting
That is a
Christian
straw
Bale.
man. That we're going to hold him.
Christian Bale should never get another part. We should just go get the nicest guy in the neighborhood.
Order in the court. Order in the court.
Yes. Thank you. Please edit out the 5 times that I said as a fun little reminder for me to say this time. As a fun little reminder, the Christian Bale's freakout was as playing John Connor on the set of Terminator. What was that one called? Terminator Salvation. That was when his freakout was. He was embodying future leader John Connor.
That's when that freakout was.
Yeah, when he yelled at the guy for walking past the lights or whatever.
That's when that particular one was, because he's well known for having that.
Yeah, he's had a couple, I hear.
He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, and that goes to the point where you're saying that nice people can be good actors. Bad people can be good actors too. Like, that's what I'm saying. I have worked with actors that were kind of dickheads, and I've worked with some pretty big name actors that were absolutely fucking gracious and wonderful and kind and humble behind the scenes. And by God, did it make the whole production go so much smoother when you know that the big star is actually very friendly and they're nice to you. It takes such a burden off your shoulders.
Absolutely. It does, but it goes to speak to the fact that somebody's attitude offset has absolutely no impact on their actual acting ability.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was so beloved of an entity that he was originally the villain in the first one, and they turned him into the good guy so that the audiences could love him even more. I will have that submitted as evidence.
This twist still hits people too.
Uh-huh. If you don't know, if you haven't been ruined by previews and stuff, it's great.
Yeah, I watch reactors that are watching Terminator 2 for the first time on YouTube sometimes just to see if this beat actually works on them. And I see when Arnold turns the corner and he's got a shotgun pulled on John Connor, everybody's like, oh God, he's going to kill him. Wait, what? what, Arnold's the good guy? Oh my God. And that's kind of what we went through. If you went on opening weekend to T2, that's what we all went through in the theater. We thought Arnold was the bad guy. So, so good.
Unless you hadn't seen the first one.
Right, and that also plays into the conscious choice to make the bad Terminator a member of the LAPD. Very conscious choice. James Cameron has opined about this because it was relatively close, I believe, to the riots, right?
Oh, yeah.
And just the
Yeah.
LAPD fuckery in general. And that is the face of an evil force that is unstoppable and trying to kill you. Is the LAPD.
This movie came out right before.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, is that when we were talking about it before. So this came out in 1991. The LA race riots were 1992.
So they just confirmed Cameron's
and they weren't exactly known for being
It just meant that Cameron had his finger on the pulse of society, even tangentially at that point. We all knew that cops and black communities were at an edge. I mean, that it wasn't exactly news in 1990 either. I would like to bring up the music while we're talking about positive things. Brad Fiedel, or Fiedel, I don't know how you pronounce his name. I had never really heard of his music before this movie. He's not one of those composers where I follow him through a lot of different movies, like your James Horners or John Williams and that kind of stuff. But I fucking love this soundtrack. This is one of those soundtracks. I was a nerdy kid that I went out and bought cassette tapes of soundtracks to movies, like not the Guns N' Roses version of the soundtrack, no, the dun 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 version of the soundtrack, and I would listen to it while I would read books and stuff. And this soundtrack, from the very opening wah synthesizer to the hard-hitting anvil, real, very practical sound effect of metal on metal as an instrument. Jesus Christ, this is if I were to compose for a movie, I would want to be this thematic, but this poignant, this emotional and emotive when it needs to be, get out of the way when it needs to. This is, I don't know, this is near perfect scoring for a movie, in my opinion. What do y'all think of the music?
It's excellent. Yeah, it's very good. Very appropriate.
100%. I was the one who went out and bought the Guns N' Roses soundtrack to the movie because I fucking love that song.
Which it was good too. Like I remember when The Crow came out, and I brought this up during our viewing of that. There was the Crow soundtrack, which had Stone Temple Pilots, 9 Inch Nails, fucking Rage Against the Machine. The Crow soundtrack was one of the best albums for grunge music of our era. It even had some industrial and shit like that on it. But I didn't want that one. I wanted the score, the one with the music and the weird angelic singing in the background. And all my friends were like, "What is fucking wrong with you, Kelly?" I'm like, I don't need to hear Big Empty from Stone Temple Pilots one more time. I hear it on the radio 17 times a day.
Well, you see, he was raised in the circus.
Yeah. With ghosts that would sit with me in the audience and watch the non-circus happening.
Yeah, well, at the psychic hotline. I love the Terminator coming to grips with the order that he's not allowed to kill people, which is
why
it's so why, like a 5-year-old that doesn't understand. It's first given by John Connor, that order, when he's having that loud argument and those guys run up and he's like, "Deal with this douchebag," and the Terminator instantly just pulls out his gun and is going for a kill shot, and it's like,
well, he comes from a different world. There's a cultural divide there.
I mean, his response is just perfect and delivered perfect by him. He's like, "You're gonna kill that guy." "Of course, I'm a Terminator." Like,
it's in the fucking name. Did you not see the name?
And throughout the rest of the movie, like when he first sees him, he like shoots the security guard's knees out. He's like, "You shot that guy," and he's like, "He'll live." That's his only, like, I'm not allowed to kill. That doesn't mean I can't shoot the fuck out of people. And Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's a lot of faith
right
in the
there.
medical system in 1991.
In the American medical system at that.
Nobody, did you call it in? Is anybody coming to save this guy? He's bleeding out, so like.
I mean, a knee shot, I don't.
But
think
that's
is gonna
action
kill
movie
you, honestly.
logic. If you get
Yeah,
shot
right,
anywhere other than the head, then you probably can live through it, which is not.
Nope,
That's
stomach
not-
shots. Stomach shots are always fatal in every movie.
Oh yeah, if you get a stomach
Yeah,
shot,
and-
but like if you get shot in the chest, the arms, the legs, then you're
Yep.
probably fine. And even then, even if you get shot in the
Yeah.
chest, if we don't see you die on screen, you'll be back in the next one. Okay, so order in the court. Bravo. Calm down. Jamie, don't make me sanction you here in court. I think this discussion requires a little bit more conversation. We are going to adjourn court for 1 week. We will be back here next week, next Wednesday, to continue the People v. Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we will have further investigation and closing statements then. So, any last statements before we adjourn? Either counsels?
My client is flawless and has never done anything wrong.
It's quite the statement. Okay, all right.
This movie is proof enough that he is a horrible actor and does not bring
This awesome
much.
movie. That's
Order in the court. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, you have to keep it down. I understand that emotions are high, and this is part of the reason we are going to adjourn for 1 week. Everybody take a breath, take a walk, and I'll see you back here in 1 week.